to be alive.
It's Friday, isn't it? How are we all, my dear friends? And I've just realised I just need to sort something out before I do forget, and I've made a bit of a boo-boo. Give me a quick second. How are we all? I won't be a minute. I made a bit of a boo-boo. Great start to a Friday, but Friday frolic, but no doubt we will get it sorted out in a sec. Right, what I failed to do, I thought I'd got myself all sorted, all organised and everything ready, and then I forgot to put the chat in on the side, and like the idiot that I am, but we will soon rectify that in a minute, so no problems there. Right. And give me a quick minute. Ah, that's what I were after. 1 minute. Do you know what? I'm an idiot, aren't I, sometimes? But, you know, that's how it goes. Give me a quick sec and we will be cooking on gas. Right. And here we go. And there we like similarly, and ta-da! What an idiot I am, what a clown. Speaking of clowns, no, don't give the secret away, God's lasses. That's I will be appearing on the Sunday roast on Sunday with the charming Professor Tim Wilson and Simon King, and also with Alex on the Sunday roast, where I made an absolute complete clown of myself. But, you know, I think that starts at 9:45 on Sunday, so what I'll do is I will try and leave a link in description box later on, but I'll just say hello to who's ever in the chat, and let's give me a quick sec. Right, who else? Well, we have the one, the only Billy Kershaw. Hello, Billy, my running mate. Hello, Dazzler. How are you, my good friend? Hope you're very well. Hello, Dung Dong, it's Ellie Butterfly Chaos. How are you, my friend? Hope you're very, very well. Hello, Lost Missionary. Yes, had a quick hello at 3 o'clock earlier on in the morning. I was struggling badly with my back and neck, but you know, a bit of codeine does the trick. An hour later, I was all right, and then back to bed. So good to see you there. Yes, and evening, the rantastic Davey McGuinness. If you've not subscribed to Dave McGuinness's channel, please do. They do some fantastic live streams, and do everything politically and with the Scottish perspective, and if you're very, very lucky, you'll get a fantastic rant from Dave McGuinness. They are legendary. Well worth watching. Hello, my drinking partner. Hope you're well, my friend. Yes. Hello, Diz. How are you doing? Hope you're well, my friend. I hope you're very, very well. Yes. All right. Hello, Peter M. How are you, my friend? Hope you're very, very good to see you. And hey, I know this guy. He looks very, very familiar. Hello, my friend. Another one. If you're not subscribed to Reagan Elite's channel, please do. He does some fantastic stuff and great live streams. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're very, very well. And yes, and we have yes, my lovely daughter. How are you? Hope you're very, very well. And we have Phil Nelson. How are you? Hope you're very, very well. Hope you're doing very, very well. Good to see you. And we have hello, Steve Binning. How are you doing? Hope you're doing very, very well. It's been, I have to say, and it's been rather miserable for the last day or two, hasn't it? You know, it's been absolutely raining bucket loads, hasn't it? But yes. Hello, one of my fantastic moderators. Hello, Billy. Hello, Mad Monk. Hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're very, very well. And also give a massive thumbs up to my fantastic moderators. And see who else is in the chat. Hello, Kirsty. Hello. How are you? Yes, and happy Halloween. Yes. Hope you've all got your sweeties out for all them trick or treaters out there. Happy Halloween, everyone. Are you gonna do what we try and do? You know, lock the door and just turn the alarm off and just hope nobody knocks. Just to be fair, I don't think we never really did Halloween. It just wasn't my thing, really. And we have the man on the inside, the man who is really in charge. Sir Larry the Cat, the real Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, how do? Did someone sprinkle something on Aki's cornflakes? Oh dear! Have you been leaving presents in Sakia's shoes and slippers, or dropping some private information in his briefs? How are you, my friend? Good to see you, and see who else. And let's hello, Stephen Bankier. How are you, my friend? you lucky. Well, sound very fine fettle today. Good evening, Blase, and you freaky Friday frolickers. Exactly. Good evening. You're not wrong. I do like to clown around as best I can. But I don't see if there's. Hello, Archie. As I'm enough. If I said that wrong, I do apologise. There's far too many vowels in that name for my Yorkshire teeth and tongue to get round. How are you, my friend? Hope you're very, very well. Yes, and see if there's anybody. Hello, Melanie. Hope you're well. I listen on the bus, trying not to pass out. Well, hopefully we can keep you entertained until you get home. How are you, my friend? Hope you're very, very well. And see if there's any more else. Just hello, Hibernia 51. How are you? Hope you're very, very, very well. And hello, Kevin Grant. How are you? First time watching live stream from Vauxhall. Hello, yes, yes, Vauxhall. Wasn't that what they call her? I've forgotten her name now. That was her own old stomping ground, that Labour MP. I've forgotten her name now. I don't know which part she was trying to represent, but I've forgotten her name now. And her name will possibly come to me, but she had this strange notion that we can leave EU and it won't affect the Good Friday Agreement nonsense. I'm sure somebody in the chat will remind me. But hello there. Hope you very well. Hope you enjoy it. I'll say, if there's anybody new in the chat, this is just a bit of light-hearted humour and a little bit of fun. Nothing too heavy. There's going to be other live streamers out there who's going to be doing all that sort of stuff for all your entertainment. This is me where I just let my hair down, whatever I've got left, and hopefully we can all have a bit of a good laugh. So welcome to the live stream, Kevin Grant. I hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day. Hello, comrade. I hope you're well. How are you? And don't even try and get me to basically pronounce all that. You've no chance. Absolutely no chance. Hello there, my friend. And much love from Cymru. Yes. Have you gradually come down from the victory with sending reform packing the other week? I bet you'd have been feeling 10 feet tall and your chest out of you with pride, and good on you. And yeah, cheers for that, Mad Monk. You know, there's the Two Davis channel. Also, don't forget, guys, Reagan Elite's channel. He does some brilliant good stuff on there as well. And hello, cousin it. How are you, my friend? I got my flying saucers and sherbet dips. Good on him, my God. Now there's a blast from the past. I remember getting a bag of them with some bazookas as well, and cola bottles. Not like that guy from Barnsley who had about a 3 kilogram bag of cola bottles. Only in Barnsley, I suppose. But yes, let's see who else. I have a funny feeling we're pretty much... Hello, Frederick. How are you, my friend? Hope you're very, very well. And who can forget the one, the only? Just need to... My God, this is going to take some extension. It's like, kind of reminds me of, we used to have a pub in Bradford. Called it the Idle Cock. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to extend my chat so I could put your name up, but you know who you are, Scott, Alistair. But all the story, it used to be called, and the guy who owned it, he was called Big Jim. That was his nickname. And when he was running it, he decided to put an extension, make it bigger. So then he's changed the pub's name to Big Jim's Idle Cock Extension. And that went down brilliantly. For everybody, it was quite humorous, Everybody, it's quite humorous seeing people drive past and looking at it and don't double take when they see the sign and giggle away. Big Jim's Idle Cock Extension. Not there anymore, unfortunately, but such is life. But anyway, all I'll say is my friend there, Alistair, one of my moderators, give him a big thumbs up. He does. I don't know how he has the time or day to do it, because I have to say I'm not sure I'd be able to do it, because whatever live stream I look down. There we go. There's my friend. So, Alistair, how are you, my friend? Exactly. Cheers for that. Alistair, hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day as well. But I think we're pretty much... Hello, Saz47. How are you? I just get to the point where I'm thinking, yeah, we're pretty much near to the end, and then all of a sudden somebody just jumps in the end. But let's see if there's any more stragglers, I have a funny feeling that's our lot for the time being. But anyway, let's crack on with what we're doing here. Right, as you all know, what we do here, I find all sorts of interesting little clips we can watch with a bit of good humour and a bit of a good laugh to welcome in the weekend, because we all like the week. Well, I do. I adore the weekend, because that's my time to chill out and relax. I nearly did a big burp in front of the mic. That'd have been a good start, but and this is what we do. And I find little bits of clips that are, similar to stuff like this. Now, I get the feeling this could be a little bit of AI, but it's a very, very good message. And this is a little bit of, it can't be a bit of Family Guy, but for the first time, Peter talks a lot of sense.
Trump told you idiots he was going to slap on tariffs, and you still lined up behind him. Kamala Harris offered crop insurance, but you went with the guy who was sure to crush your livelihood, because you couldn't stomach the idea of a woman president, much less a woman of color. Now the oligarchs will buy your farms for pennies on the dollar when they go under. It's not go woke, go broke. It's be a dumbass, lose the farm fast. Good job, dipshits. Trump told you idiots he was going to slap on tariffs, and you...
Yes, exactly. So that's what we're about. And when you look at it, he's so true. So I find the idiocracy. Like, remember the film Idiocracy? It's not what you class as a comedy film. It's a documentary. Because, like, when you look at the nonsense that, like, the social media slop that we see nowadays, and you cannot believe that these people fall for it. It's just mind blowing, isn't it? I could not believe that surely these people are not going to fall for that nonsense that about tariffs, and they did. And we've all seen the absolute absolute tantrums they're throwing on social media. I voted for Trump, but I didn't vote for this, and you think, yeah, you did. He told you what he was going to do, didn't he? He told them what he was going to do, and they still voted for him. But I do like that. I do like that line. Vote for Trump, you dumb ass, and go broke real fast, or something like that. That's a great line. But yeah, I it kind of reminds me of that. There's that old saying, isn't there? Now, I might be wrong on this, and you probably correct me if I've got it wrong. But it's a case of, there's that old saying, you fool me once, more fool me. Fool me twice, more fool you. Or it could be the other way around. I can't quite remember. And it's a little bit like these people who want to vote for reform. These are the people who told you to vote for Brexit. And look where it's got us. And they want to vote for these clowns again. It's just, but we'll get to Nigel Farage later on. And it's the same with these people. He made a pig's ear of it the first time, didn't he? And he's still, and they still voted him in, didn't they? Well, that's one way to get a penal. Yes, that is one way to get a penal extension. Yeah. But strangely enough, because the pub it were based on, it was a bit of a 4-lane crossroad type situation. If you were it right on the corner, if you went down, I think it was called Bolton Junction. If you went down Bolton Roadway, take you into town, and if you went from Norman Lane to straight to Idle Road, there were just a group of terrace houses that would take us into Undercliff, somewhere around there. And I remember I'd popped home for something from work, and as I were, for whatever, it might have been to get me sandwiches or whatever, and I remember driving, got to traffic lights, come on Norman Lane. I went straight up Idle Road, and on the, well, I'm pointing to the right hand side, but on the camera I'm pointing to the left, but let's say on the right hand side there was a row of terrace houses. And as I'm driving along, I noticed this guy. He's there in a blonde wig, in the suzzies, proper suspenders, and the basque, the absolutely sexy lingerie. He must have been probably in his 70s. And what made it even more weird is he's got them big windows, so you can see everything. And he's got a chair, and he's there right at the window with his 1 foot on the chair, one standing on the floor, one on the chair, and he's doing all this. And as I'm driving it, you do the double take, you go like that, and I'm like, next thing, I was like, nearly a lamppost. Mental. That was, I don't know, I think he's probably passed on, but it was either, on that road, it was either Big Jim's Idlecock extension or the guy with suzzies. It was just, must be something in the water in there. But anyway, mental. Hey up, Missy bit, how are you? I hope that just lurking eyes, absolutely. How are you? Hope you've had a lovely day. And I think, but yes, I think we've, but anyway, we'll crack on. But like, I just find it flabbergasting that they fell for it. It was slightly, let's be honest here. They didn't vote for him because they voted for him because the more rational, sensible one was a brown woman. And they couldn't bear the fact of voting for a woman who was brown, and it's as simple as that. And when they're doing the videos, I didn't vote for this. You get people say, does this face give a fuck much? Yeah, you did. You were told you were going to do it, and you did it. So, reap what you sow. And is it true what I'm hearing that our JD Vance has got shares in company that are basically going to buy these? We're going to buy these farms on the cheap. Well, you reap what you sow, don't you? Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. But just out of interest, is it right? Ah, yes, we have. I've just noticed. Stop peeking through my windows. Yes. That's how you got off with you one foot on the chair and one on the floor. Look, is that your sexy look in your sexy lingerie? Dodges. Yes, it's the former MP for Lichfield who moved from Bolton Junction to Lichfield to take up the post as former Conservative MP for Lichfield. How are you, Dodgy Syrup? I hope you are very, very well. So he does have shares. Yeah, I thought so. Well, it's like they reap what they sow, isn't it? It's like you reap what you sow, and it's like that old saying: never vote for people who say they're gonna shit on them people you don't like, because more often than not they'll just shit on you, won't they? And that's the way they are. But anyway, let's move on. Now, we've been hearing about this other thing about our Donald and his... Well, we don't know what it's going to be. It's either going to be a bunker or a ballroom or something else. And yes, we all know this young lady is. This is our national treasure, the one, the only, you could say, our American correspondent, Maggie Reed. Take it away, Maggie.
Bunker, ballroom, or butt. The guessing game where I describe something and you have to guess if I'm talking about Donald Trump's bunker, his ballroom, or his butt. Let's start out easy. This is the perfect metaphor for the destruction of America. Lock in your answers. That is, of course, the ballroom. Next, everything about this reeks of being full of shit. That is,
what do you think it is? His bunker, ballroom, or his shitty butt?
of course, his butt, but it could also be the ballroom or the bunker. It's deep, dark, and heavily guarded 24/7. That is, of course, the bunker, but it could also be his butt. The entrance is small, but the inside is massive. That is actually all three: bunker, ballroom, and butt. You don't know what's inside, but you have a feeling something foul is afoot. That is, of course, the bunker and his butt. It keeps expanding from one day to the next. That is his butt, but also the ballroom. A deep hole with cavernous walls. That is the bunker and the butt. The ratios of it just make absolutely no sense. That's the ballroom and his butt. The dimensions suggest that it will have a massive echo inside. That's his butt and the ballroom. It can fit an enormous amount of people. That's his butt and the ballroom. And lastly, the entire Trump administration hides inside there when there's trouble. It's actually just his butt.
Something tells me our Maggie Reed had great fun creating this. I don't know why, but something's stirring within me. I have to say, she's absolutely brilliant, is Maggie Reed. She absolutely makes me giggle. I know she took great enjoyment in saying his butt. But yes. Now, all I gotta say is, I'm a happy boy. Just got fresh stone baked Welsh cheese and spicy Italian pepperoni pizza. How to attempt it without losing? Oh dear! I could see your screen getting splattered with the half-eaten pepperoni then. But yeah, when it comes to this idea, is it a ballroom? Is it a bunker? But it seems one thing we do seem to be certain. It does seem to be going up in price of how much it's going to cost. You know, you're losing your farm. You know, he's giving money away to Argentina to save Argentina to a point where that China are now even buying soybeans from them instead of American farmers. But don't worry about it. The ballroom or the bunker, whatever it is, keeps going up in prices. You can tell it's not far off from bonfire night, can't you? Jesus Christ! It's like you can hear all the fireworks going off. Oh dear. But anyway, do enjoy your pizza, my friend. totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. But also, yeah, completely agree. Absolute legend. She's a hilariously funny woman. She's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, could possibly be right there. Hold on. Yes. Hello, Tommy Lee Cadden. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Hope you're doing very, very well. But yes. All right. Oh, according to a YouTube video, JD Couch and Lampshagger Vans has Scottish ancestry. But a statement from the Scottish people was, you're right, that Couch and Lampshagger is nothing to date with us. I try saying that without trying to get it into a horrendously bad Scottish accent. I'm certainly won't going to do it. And I totally agree. Nobody should have anything to do with that Couch shagger. But, yes. It's a cat in wooden box trying to get out. Yes. But yeah, the price seems to be going up. What it 200 million, 250 million, 350 million to 350 whatever. And now he's demanding that the Justice Department pay him $230 odd million or something. You know. To all you Trump supporters, are you happy with your product? But, yes, anyway. Do you know what? Who in this audience loves a bit of Mick Lynch? Who cannot love a bit of Miss Lynch, Mr. Lynch, Mick Lynch, the legend that is. Yeah, the only downside, he was a bit of a Brexit supporter. But I think I found this around the time when our shadow Home Secretary was making a bit of a tit of himself, you know, around the the studios, you know. Going to one place, yeah, what Sarah Potchin said was racist, so then, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was clumsily said and whatever, and then having to try and defend our honest Bob Jenrick, you know, because of his saying, I didn't see enough white faces in Handsworth. So that is just... But as I say, we all love. So as our exactly Mick the Claw Lynch, yes, yeah, Breck, yeah, totally agree. But the thing is, as we were doing that, I thought I came across this legendary little clip. Where, remember that time when our Shadow Home Secretary, this was probably in the time when he was in the government, and they were having the rail strikes, and let's just say that our Chris Phibbs, he decided to go up against our Mick Lynch, and this is just priceless. Let's have a bit of a good giggle and a laugh at this absolute lying charlatan.
You've said that. The head of the let me finish the point. Hang on, let me finish the point. The head of the rail delivery group this morning on the Today programme said that he didn't want the government in the negotiation. We've made money available to the railway industry. It's up to the employers to negotiate with the trade unions. And what happened this afternoon was halfway through these negotiations, while they were ongoing, the unions came out onto the street and gave an impromptu press conference, I mean, there's TV footage, saying that the strike was going to continue.
OK, let's just pause. Hang on.
I mean, it's on video.
Now, Mick Lynch, excuse me. Mick Lynch, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Would you be prepared to negotiate with the Tory government, yes or no?
Absolutely. I've met every Tory transport minister in the last year. Bus, rail, maritime and the Secretary of State. We've never said we won't meet the Tories. What we said was that they're not at the table. I'm negotiating with the employers. You've also lied that we left negotiations on Saturday and went to a rally. There were no negotiations scheduled for Saturday. You are a liar.
Right, let's just hang on. There's a video of him walking out this afternoon giving a press conference. It's on videotape.
And then we went back to the talks.
Yeah,
You're lying.
Having said the strike's going to go ahead.
You are a liar.
OK, well, let's
just... the strikes were going to go ahead.
And you're a liar.
It's on video.
You're a liar. We were back at the talks this afternoon. We've just left them, and your Network Rail managers delivered statutory redundancy notices to us.
Chris Phillips, let's just talk about the high wage, high skills workforce.
Oh, you gotta love Mick Lynch. He was just a legend. Oh dear. Let's. I've said. Hello, David Trainer. How are you, my friend? Don't watch much television, but the last season of America is going really well. Quite fit. Oh dear. Yeah, absolutely cast it. Yeah, because like I thought, shall I show a bit of our Chris Phibbs, Chris Gulper Phibbs, making a tit of himself around the TV studios, and I thought, no, let's have a good giggle of him being called out for what he is, an absolute little liar, absolute. Yeah, absolutely spot on. Yes, absolutely spot on. Don't you know what I mean? We don't need Jimmy. We need to get Jimmy Nail singing next to Reform when they speak. He's lying. Yes. I've got one of his. I've got a couple of his albums. I quite like Jimmy Nail. He was a good bit of a singer-songwriter, and he was. I would go as far as to say very underrated as a bit of a singer-songwriter. But yeah, yes, but is. But is Mick trying say that Chris Cheese Sniffer is a liar? No, surely not, Sir Larry. But I thought, shall I show that? Absolutely, comrade. That's a good point. You know, the beauty is in the demeanour of Mick Lynch. He didn't shout. He corrected in the affirmation tone that the Tory was lying or reading between the lines, talking absolute bollocks. I would say, I would say, yeah, he was given talking points and, in other words, talking utter bollocks. So you're quite right. But yes. I get the feeling after this, don't be surprised if it's Ed Thompson at about 7:15. I am usually gone off having a few bevies and a chill out at about 7 o'clock. So but yeah, I thought, shall I find a clip of him making a tit of himself, trying to defend the racism, or shall I just show the classic Mick Lynch showing him up for what he actually is, an absolute complete liar. But do we all remember this? Yeah, this is hilarious. Remember, because like our Donald has been on his trips again, hasn't he? Looking lost and bewildered, and basically just shows you he has no idea what the cognitive decline in this man is just so self-evident in it. And yes, he was. Did he go to China, if I remember rightly, or was it? It was either with a parody. No, I don't really say. I'll try that. It was either Japan or China. One or the other. I can't quite remember. I'm sure you in the chat will remind me. But this is just hilarious. And this is just absolutely brilliant from The Daily Show.
Introducing one of the favorites of tonight's show, the old American beaver hound.
He is in the care of expert handlers Sanai Takaichi.
Lively, aggressive, and incredibly horny, the beaver hound is especially popular among rural white families.
That's right, and judges tonight will be looking for the hallmarks of a good beaver hound. Strong veneers, girthy cankles.
Whoops, it looks like he's wandered away from his handler. That's going to cost him some points.
Okay, he looks like he's back on track now. Excellent form on that turn.
The beaver hound's golden mane is glistening.
Indeed, and now one final trick, a leap onto the platform. And nailed it! Wow!
What a performance by the old American beaver hound. Introducing one of the favorites.
Yeah. Clearly. No idea what he's doing. He doesn't know where he is. And they were all saying when I was at school, he had that, who am I, where am I, look. Just wandered up. She just stood there like, where the fuck's he going? Jesus Christ, he's an idiot. So, yeah. So, that's interesting. Yes. So I heard Jimmy Nail got his name because he once accidentally stepped on a nail, just as well he didn't step on a shite. Yeah. Yes. Is that right? Cheers for that. So, yeah. For those looking for Max live tonight, sorry, he's not doing one. I take it he's still not feeling very well then. Oh, sorry. I hope he gets well soon. I know he didn't do one on Tuesday, did he? Because he had a bit of a temperature. Oh, well, cheers for that. At least everybody in here knows. But yeah, beaverhound is now my favourite word for the Donny Donut. Yes. My Cankles Mac Taco Tits. Yes. Yeah, so he's still suffering with a fever. Well, I hope he gets better soon. They'll have to put down Mackie burgers like bread crumbs for dementia Donny, so he didn't wander off. Yeah. But yeah, it... so he's just posted it a couple of minutes ago. Well, hope he gets well soon. Well... Looks like he's stuck with me and Ed then, unfortunately. Also, there's Politics Social. They'll be on at about 9:30. And don't know whether I'll turn up. It depends on what I feel like. If there's enough people in, I'll just usually sit in and listen and play my FM21 game and chill. So yeah. To be fair, he does well. Does all right for himself, doesn't he? Does Max? So anyway, so as far as I know, it's going to be Ed Thompson and Politics Social. So he's still got plenty of stuff to watch for later. But yeah, wandering around like an absolute clown. But yeah, absolutely. But like you say, you can see the absolute cognitive decline in the bloke. It's just there for all to see. He's just no idea what he's doing. It's just an utter embarrassment. And can you imagine if somebody like Joe Biden had done something like that? They would have been all over it like a rash, wouldn't they? Like Fox News, they would be demanding that they should impeach him. He's not fit to run the country. But when our Trump does it, it's a case of, he's just having fun. It's hilarious, isn't it? But yes, as somebody in the chat mentioned earlier on, Happy Halloween. How about this for a Halloween, a great Halloween visionary, I suppose you could say, for that. I think this is absolutely top draw. So clearly, whoever has created this bit of Halloween attraction, you could say, has put a lot of thought into it. And I need you to tell me whoever created this, who is he? Who are they taking the piss out of? It's a toughie. I don't know. I wonder who are they? Well, they seem to be wearing MAGA hats. I have to say, that is brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely top draw. Ice. Yes, I think Ice Barbie. Absolutely brilliant. Top draw. Absolutely top draw. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? They've proper gone for it big style, haven't they? That is brilliant. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Absolutely top draw. I just thought that whoever, yeah, totally agree, Phil Nelson, yeah. Yes, absolutely top draw. Very clever take on Halloween, waste all the kids. He could possibly be right, but hello there, my friend Chris Fisher. Nearly said Fish Chrisser then. I do apologise. Chris Fisher, how are you, my friend? Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree, my friend. Absolute genius, top class, and yeah, totally agree. That is how you make a display. That's the word I were after. Display. Couldn't think of it. I just hope they've got good insurance. I suppose it depends on which state they're in. If they're in a very, very, very MAGA state, then, oh yeah, I bet his insurance premium will go through the roof. Is he? I don't know. I know he usually does something from about 7:30, 7:15. I don't know. So I'm sure we'll find out later on, won't we, my friends? But yeah, that. Yeah, they'll get a call from FBI soon. Yes. But yeah, that is just yes. Is my dear friend? Oh yes. Hello, my dear friend. If you're not subscribed to my dear friend One Angry Pagan channel, please do. He does some brilliant stuff, and if you love it, stuff, somebody talking about the environment, One Angry Pagan's your man. Oh, because he's a pagan, he can get very, 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 very angry as well, and he can go on a massive rant. But yes, ice is on the way. I don't know if anybody. I was watching the Bing podcast yesterday. Speaking of the Bing podcast, if you're not subscribed to their channel, do really they do some good stuff. They showed a report of a guy being arrested for posting a meme on Facebook, and the sheriff. It was not too. Let's just say he was not a Trump fan, and because of that, he got arrested, and he spent a couple of months in prison for it, in jail. Now he's out now for it, and no charges to answer to. I get a feeling he'll get a nice little compensation payday out, won't he? But yeah, that's it. Ice is definitely on its way. So he's not posted at this time. Oh well, we'll keep an eye out, won't we? We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out, so not a problem. Let's just say if he's. Let's just say he hasn't. I've got enough material, just keep us entertained for the time being anyway. So not a problem. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna do a Marcus special. There's no 24-hour live stream here. No chance. But yes, who's ready for another jumps? Who's ready for a jump scare? Yes. Who's ready for a bit of a Halloween jump scare? Get ready. This is pure horror. This is going to be absolute pure horror. Take it away, Maggie Reed.
Ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, look at that face. Yeah, look at that face. That is absolute pure horror. Pure horror. Remember the horror films? Hellraiser. Pinhead has got nothing on Kirsty Noam. None whatsoever. We all seen the South Park special they did. They were funny. They were so funny. Maggie Reed, she's just brilliant. She just keeps pumping it out, and she's just brilliant. absolute genius is Maggie Reid. Now, shall we watch a bit of a Nigel Farage special? Because we've all heard of them absolute brilliant. Well, we've heard of them absolute. No, sorry, no 24-hour, no 7-hour life, no. My wife, because if I did that where I'm based, my wife would be dragging me out of this room. She would give you all a right mouthful, tell you where all I go. And when it comes to about 12 o'clock, with matchsticks in my eyes, no chance. There is absolutely no way. And my wife would give you a mouthful, and like you remember Brian's mother, in Life of Brian. There's no Messiah, there's a very naughty boy. So, no, it definitely will not be a 7-hour live stream. I'm sorry, my friend. But anyway. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Hope you've had a lovely day. But yes, we all love the absolute legends, the legends that are led by donkeys. And if you've not seen this, then where the bloody hell have you been? This is absolutely brilliant. Now, whether it makes an ape of difference, but what they did, they basically headed over into Clacton and, drove around Clacton and produced this nearly 2-minute absolute bit of genius. Absolute. Now sit back, eat your popcorn or your sherbet UFOs, whatever they call them, or your bazookas, and watch the genius that is led by donkeys. Take it away.
My name is Susan and I live here in Clacton. Nigel Farage is my local MP.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the job.
We all pay him £94,000 a year to represent this town, but honestly, he's hardly ever here. So what is he doing with his time? Well, take a look at Parliament's Register of Members' Interest. It turns out Farage has 12 other jobs on top of being our MP. 12. Job number 1. He works for a company called Direct Bullion, a gold coin dealership based in Mayfair. Here he is shilling for them.
I've decided this is the right company to be with.
They paid Farage £280,000 since he became my MP last year. That's more than the cost of an average house in Clacton. Job number 2. Farage also works for a company called Nomad Capitalist. They advise multi-millionaires on how to avoid tax by getting second and third passports from foreign countries, and they urge people to leave the UK so they don't have to pay their taxes here. The same taxes that are needed to pay for the UK's public services like healthcare, education, welfare and pensions, not to mention local services like transport, waste collection, public order and safety. Since Farage
See, the thing is, it's one of the things that I find fascinating and gobsmacking, that the way this guy gets the attention, that they fall for it. It's just amazing for me, because I remember when I first saw him about 25, 30 odd years ago, and I thought, is there giving it all that in the what they call it, the European Union, being disrespectful to everybody in there. And I quickly realised, no, he's just a bit of a obnoxious little Englander racist. But here we are, 30 years later, still doing the thing and still chilling the way he is, and quite successful. And it's gobsmacking that even now people still fall for it.
Farage became an MP. Nomad Capitalist has paid him £40,000. Job number 3. Farage works for an American outfit, AZ Liberty Network. He flew to their conference in Arizona to speak at a meeting of extreme faith groups and anti-abortion activists. They paid him £13,000. Another American company based in Tennessee paid him £7,400 to give a speech. And another, based in Alaska, paid him £26,000. Again, to make a speech. He's also a commentator for Sky News, not the one we watch here.
Nigel, lovely to see you, mate.
Farage works for Sky News Australia. Not sure what that's got to do with Clacton. They pay him £25,000 a year. Meanwhile, the front desk of the police station behind me closed this summer, our street lights are switched off at night, and our bus services are woefully inadequate. It'd be nice if Farage pulled his finger out and did something about that. Jobs 7, 8, 9. Farage has made tens of thousands of pounds posting to Google, Facebook, and Elon Musk's X platform.
Yes, people of Clacton, are you happy with your product? Huh? Unbelievable. I do hope you make a speedy recovery, my friend. After that, I was hospitalised and discharged yesterday. God bless all the incredible NHS workers and protect the NHS, everyone. Well, spare a thought for our good friend Cumry, because he's trying to eat a pepperoni pizza here. So he's either going to have a bit of food go down the wrong hole, or he's going to splatter it all over his screen. But yeah, I just, yeah, I totally get it. He's quite a piece of work if you can afford his rates. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Cobra. 12 jobs and doesn't do the main one he's had to do. It's like, my God, I have to say, I get the feeling I sort of upset one or two of the refucker supporters, you could say, in my last video I did yesterday. Where because I found it interesting a bit before. Because when I was watching it, I found it interesting before Penfold even said anything. I'm thinking, you would think there would be at least one of them there to at least ask a question about, we're going to use the MOD barracks. It's like when the Conservatives were using it before, they weren't happy about it. So I don't really understand why Labour want to do it, but I'm not, because I think it's mental. I don't think it'll do it any favours. And if they because for me, we should stop talking about it. Everybody else should stop talking it. And if anybody brings up you want to talk about the Farage boats? Yes, let's talk about the Farage boats and just keep calling them that. But yeah, totally agree. He most certainly did. Did he do what he did last time in Peterborough, where he thought he was going to win an MP and then hid in the toilet when he found out he didn't? He didn't. Yeah, Farage failed in South Wales. Yeah. Oh my God, that's quite a mouthful, my friend. Hey up, my dear friend, how are you? If you're not subscribed to my dear friend Graham Price, Power of the People, please do. He does some brilliant stuff, like anything like 5 reasons. I think the last one was 5 reasons why Nigel Farage was an absolute twat, and if he'd have gone through the whole lot, I think he'd still be doing it now. He'd have been doing an all-short special, a 24-hour live stream of why Nigel Farage is a complete twat. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Time Bandits, yeah, one of my favourite films. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely, yeah. David Rappaport, yes, absolute legend. I still remember him when he used to do where Tiz was doing Little Daddy. He was hilarious. I still remember when he dressed up in his leotards and he said, yeah, I'm going to take on the mighty giant haystack. And you think it's going to be the wrestler giant. It turned out to be just a giant haystack. And he's there dismantling it limb from limb, picking up these bales of hay and throwing it all over, but it was just hilariously funny. Those were the days, weren't they, my friends? Yes, hello, Kevin. Kevin Morehouse, how are you? Mr. Shifty McGrifty. Yeah, you're in my fantastic Christmas LP full tide collection with gems like Last Griftmas and I'll Be Lonely This Griftmas. Yes. Oh, yes. But, they most certainly did, my friend. Hey, it was a good moment. Do you know what? The night before, I think I was on Reagan Elite's excellent channel, The Round Table, and there were rumours that they were going to take it. I just had that little feeling in the back. Deep down, I thought, do you know what? I have a funny feeling that they're not going to get it. I don't know why. I'm wrong about most things, but it just something seems to think. I have a funny feeling that Plaid Cymru's going to nick it, and it was just brilliant to see. But yeah, I think they should do more of that. And like I was watching the agenda when they were talking about the renters' rights bill, and I thought that's a good idea. You know, get Angela Rayner down in coach, go down there, tell them about how their MP voted against these renters' rights bill. But yeah, I think that would be brilliant, and I think she'd be in her element, wouldn't she? But yeah, I think they'd do a lot more of that. Kind of remember that guy who dressed up in Union Jack type suit, you know, pretending to be a bit of a reformer. He's asking all these people, I think, was it in Clacton? And they're asking him, apart from immigration, what other policies you like? And you can see the brain starting to, you know, turn to mush because they're thinking, you know, it's just brilliant. He just highlighted that all it basically is just immigration and racism, isn't it, really? But this is quite good, actually. Whoever created this, all I will say is, well done. This is pretty good. Because I think this is a nice little way to basically show how much, as America, MAGA, and all that are just it's just a third-rate idiot.
My husband is going to show you ballroom plans, and you better be nice.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite place. I love it.
A few moments later.
But we determined that after really a tremendous amount of study with some of the best architects in the world, we determined that really knocking it down, trying to use a little section, you know, the East Wing was not much.
The government has been shut down for almost a full month. Why is it so important that you get this ballroom built right now?
Tables so that you honor a foreign leader. We have a proper space. Right now, we have a space that with tables holds about 79 people.
Why haven't we seen official plans for this White House renovation?
I've shown this to everybody that would listen. Third-rate reporters didn't see it because they didn't look. You're a third-rate reporter, always have been. These pictures have been in newspapers. They've been all over the place. And, so third-rate reporters didn't look, but anybody that asked, you know, we're very proud of it.
Oh, dear. It's just mad, innit? Just, this'll be... Can you imagine in generations to come, the kids will be learning this in history. Oh, we are, unfortunately, very sadly, living it out. Unbelievable. And I had mouthful. My mind instantly thought, George, oh dear. Oh dear. But we'll be getting on November the 5th, to me, is more important. More importantly, how is your abscess? I know you were struggling badly with your abscess last week. I know you were going to do a bit of a live stream, but you put it off due to the fact that you were really struggling. Hope you've got them sorted. Yes, I quite agree. I totally agree. Oh dear, you went to Clacton. The locals really made the effort to dress up for Halloween. Mind you, I did visit in August. Boom. These are the jokes, folks. My God, is that right? 41 watching. That's not bad. That's not bad for what I do. I'm not the best at this, but you know. Bottoms up, my dear friend. Hello to the one, the only. Who, Janus? How are you? So, could possibly have done, but would have been here at 5. But my electricity went off at 10 and it took a conversation with the I'm so sorry about that, my friend. Well, it's all right. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's no, don't worry about it. Give me a quick minute. Yes. Don't worry about Gordon. Lancashire, Scotland, hello. Don't worry about Gordon, my friend. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. You're here, and hopefully we can at least entertain you for at least a short time out while we're... My God, 45. Wow. I'm pleased with that. You know, if I get into the 40s and anything above that is an added bonus, I'm doing pretty well. Because we all know what this is about, and some people joining, and hopefully they enjoy the entertainment. And that's what I try to do. You know, spend a couple of hours where we take a break from the utter nonsense like Donny's ballroom or his butt. But let's be honest here. I think we all know what it should be really called. I think we all know what it really should be called. And all I will say is, whoever made this, absolutely bang on the money. They should basically call this the Epstein Ballroom.
Looking for Washington, D.C.'s most glamorous entertainment venue? Look no further than Donald Trump's Jeffrey Epstein Memorial Ballroom. At the Jeffrey Epstein Memorial Ballroom, we specialize in middle school dances, sweet 16 parties, quinceañeras, beauty pageants, foam parties, and so much more. The Epstein Ballroom is Washington's beautiful secret. 90,000 square feet of gold, glitter, and class. Make your event magical with the Epstein Ballroom's Diddy Baby Oil Flume. Join DJ TJ as he DJs all ages shows. And this Christmas season, you can sit on Santa Donnie's lap. Say goodbye to 123 years of history and say hello to the Donald Trump Epstein Memorial Ballroom. At the Donald Trump Jeffrey Epstein Memorial Ballroom, every day is a wonderful secret.
Yes, well done, the Lincoln Project. Absolutely brilliant. And let's be honest, so true. I think that's what they should call it. The Epstein Ballroom. Absolutely so true. I thought some of them jokes were very near to the knuckle. Yes. Absolutely special deal for... Yes. Special deal for me. Yeah, so yeah, oh my God. Some of them were yeah, some of them jokes were quite near the knuckle. Hobgoblin. Do you know what? That's one of the things I always used to enjoy doing. There were a pub up in my village, called it the Coniston, Idle Village, and they used to have bands on there. And do you know what they used to sell there? Hobgoblin ales. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. It was my son's birthday on Monday. Turned 31, and let's just say, for present, my wife got him a few. He likes his ales, so she's got him some hobgoblins, and he's tucking into a couple of them now. So he's thoroughly enjoying them, and so he's sat there probably watching a bit of darts or something. That's his thing. He loves his darts, and enjoying and having a couple of ales. I've got a couple of cheeky cans in the fridge for later on when I leave you to your heart's desire, whatever you want to do. Exactly. You can't go wrong with a bit of hobgoblin. Dear, oh dear. Is our Granny Waddlebottom in the chat? Hello, Granny Waddlebottom. I hope you are very, very well. Oh, it certainly is. Halloween, my favourite time of the year. Cooey, my darling Scouse boy. All I will say is, Granny Waddlebottom, if you threw your knickers at Graham Price, would you be charged with GBH? Sorry, I couldn't resist. But it's true that with broomsticks and broomsticks. Oh dear. The Coniston, yes, it were a cracking pub. Yes, it is. I'm just seen. I'm sure I've just seen. As my good friend Rabbigins in the chat. Ah, yes. Hello, Rab. How are you? How are you? Hope you're well. But yes, I think that's what they should call it, the Epstein Ballroom, because that's if it is. That's if it is the Epstein Ballroom. That's if it is a ballroom, or is it a bunker? You know, for when the situation where he's not going to be able to hang around for as long as he wants. So that'll be interesting when the time comes, because I think we've all realised he's not going anywhere, is he? He will not be going anywhere. Nobody spends all that money on that place to basically just disappear after 4 years. He's going nowhere. The only way he'll be leaving is in a box, or is being dragged out kicking and screaming. But anyway, that's just made me chuckle. Now this is hilarious. Now we all remember the situation where our Sarah Potchin, she basically said that she gets so mad when she sees so many black and brown faces in adverts. Sorry to put this on you, my dear friend. Graham, you know, this is your clown of an MP. I do feel sorry for you. You don't deserve this. But all I will say is she must have been hopping mad when she saw this advert.
We're in Palace Field in Runcorn with Sarah Pochin, our brilliant...
Look at her, she's seething. Look at her. Part of an advert with her black and brown face on there. She's absolutely seething.
Reform candidate. Sarah, we've had a great response on the doorstep, haven't we?
We have. You know, so many people feel really let down by this Labour government. Just spoken to a lovely lady who has just become a pensioner. She'd lost her winter fuel allowance. She feels...
Yes. I would love to know what her thoughts on winter fuel allowance, before Labour got in. Because I bet you anything they would have been thinking of doing the exact same thing.
Really let down. She's even having to borrow money from her grandson to make ends meet. So household bills.
Do you think that really happened? Is that one of them stories that probably never happened?
Real problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And that lady, it was quite difficult to hear that story.
Oh, did you see that little bit of acting there? The look of fake concern and outrage. And the Oscar nomination goes to Zaya Yusuf for his momentary pause when he was going to show fake concern for a pleb, an old age pleb, an old age pensioner. Pathetic, aren't they?
Because she's voted Labour a whole life,
yep.
And she said she voted Labour last summer, and the sense of betrayal, I think, from pensioners in this area is palpable, isn't it?
It really comes through. People want now a party that they can vote for, which is going to provide hope for the future and change. They really want something different. So the only way to get that is to vote Reform on the 1st of May.
Yes. Can you see the anger in her face when she saw that advertisement with her black and brown face? The absolute hypocrite of her. She's an absolute hypocrite, isn't she? I know how you feel, my friend. You have a happy Halloween, Granny Waddlebottom. You have a fantastic, wonderful, happy Halloween. And yes, I can imagine you will scare a few kids. That is without a doubt. Hello, my dear friend Cathal. How's you and the family? Hope you're well. And yes, happy Halloween to you, my good friend. Yes. Yes, completely agree. Yes, that's what I try and do. Do you know what? When I first started, just help with my partner and just get how to work out how to do live streaming, and I just thought, see how I go after it. But I do enjoy it now because it gives me a couple of hours to have a good chat with you guys and where we can have a bit of a good giggle. Absolutely, Billy. Lovely lady. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally agree. Yes, totally agree. Yeah. But Palace Fields is prime gammon territory. She's deliberately chosen a place with loads of old age pensioners rather than a better part. Ah, that's interesting. So it's basically strategic, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Deform never knock on my door. Just as... Yeah. Strangely enough, they don't knock on my door. I'll get the odd pamphlet that goes straight into the recycling bin. At least wherever it goes from there, it'll get better used. Hello, one angry penguin. How are you, my friend? But yes. Hope you have a great... No worries. Yes. All the solar panel salesmen love that estate. It's a pension. It's all pensioners and sheltered accommodation. Wow. Ooh. Just had your canned strawberries, peaches with mango yogurt. Oh, I bet that was delicious. You're in well into your you went well into your fruit and your yogurt now. Yeah. So, rip the vulnerable off. Easy targets for salesmen and charlatans, i.e. reform. Yeah, you're not wrong. So is that right? She never shows the face in the parts of Runcorn where the younger areas and the shops are. She barely comes here. Now she's got a seat. Now, what a shocker, eh? And hello, my friend. Another one of my fantastic moderators. And if you're not subscribed to my good friend Jow's channel, please do. Does everything from a Portuguese perspective, so please do. Yeah. So with SMPs, they're better knock my door. Yes, something tells me I think they will give your door a wide berth. Yes. Yes. But yeah, actually, I guess that made me laugh because I saw it from Parody Keir, but according to this advert, half of the UK is of Sri Lankan heritage. This makes me so angry. Now if my poor fellow in my poor friend in Runcorn has got to be embarrassed, I'm sorry to do this to you, my friends up from up in Scotland. Yes, I'm sorry to do this to you. Has anybody heard of a somebody called Audrey Dempsey? Yes. Oh, we all know that when it comes to... Yes, apparently she's reformed Glasgow leader. Oh, my dear. I think Alistair and Dave McGuinness from Glasgow, one or two others of you. So you probably will have heard this utter dirge of nonsense. Yes, apparently, according to our Audrey Dempsey, asylum seekers are trying to bring Sharia law to Glasgow.
And this ex-Labour politician who quit amid claims of racism now represents reform.
Sharia law.
Quit due to racism. What a shocker. Now she's reformed. You do surprise me. Never saw that one coming.
For instance, they're trying to bring that here. That's not something we celebrate.
Who's bringing that here?
The asylum seekers. Some of the asylum seekers, the legal migrants.
They're trying to bring Sharia law?
Yes.
Where's that?
Well, do you not have conversations in the street?
So the asylum seekers are trying to bring Sharia law to the streets of Glasgow?
Absolutely. You just have to take a walk through Glasgow city centre any given day. And I think probably the line of questioning that you have, if you're so shocked by this, you'd be even more shocked at what you find.
I'm just asking genuine questions because, if councillors and elected officials are going to make those statements, surely it needs to be corroborated and substantiated.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be a case of, I'm just going to make shit up.
There is stacks of evidence online.
Police say Sharia law is not being enforced. But language, once on the margins, is edging into the mainstream.
What I find interesting, there's that guy in the background, and I'm thinking, you do realise that half of them in there are looking at you with utter disdain due to the colour of your skin. You see half of the Reform members. I've seen some of the messages they say about the Zahir Yusuf. They don't like him one little bit. Not because of what he says, it's because of the colour of his skin. Unbelievable. I find them people weird. I don't get it. Why would you put yourself through that? I think one of the best analogies I ever heard, I think that might have could be something to do with. It's a little bit like, when you go to school and you've got the school bully and he spent so much time picking on you, and then they decide to turn their attention onto somebody else, and you're more likely to join the side of the bully just to try and stop him from turning his attention back on you. And I think there could be a little something in that. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm not saying I'm right, but I think there could be something in that. I hope got the fireworks going off. But yeah. Yeah, she does sound like a bit of a numpty. She does. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Chris Fisher. Absolutely, exactly. I just shower law in Glasgow. Now, I have to say, I did spend a little bit of time in Glasgow city centre earlier on this year. I have to say, it was, when we did go there, it was just a bit of a weird thing to do. What we did was, we got there for about Friday, me and my wife, because we're just going to spend a weekend there. We got there for Friday. We spent a time in the Riverside Museum. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was just really, really good. So much going off. We spent a little time looking on the boat at the back as well. Enjoyed that. And then what we should have done was spent a couple of hours in Glasgow, possibly after we'd left there, because it's near the Glasgow city centre from what I could gather. But no, went back to his digs, and then the other trouble with the hotel we were at, it was pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. So there was my mobility is horrendously bad, and there was no way I'm gonna. The nearest pub was about a good 15 minutes walk, and I'm thinking, no, I can't do that. No, so we had to spend most of us time on a night in the bar in the hotel, which was all right, because I'm gonna go out and get a absolutely pissed as a fart, but that was the only trouble with the hotel. It was just too far from the centre or anything like that. But then on the Saturday, we went to Edinburgh. Yeah, that's it. Yes, and met my drinking partner, the rantastic David McGuinness. We had a fantastic day. Definitely do it again. And then what they should have done was, maybe try and fit going around Glasgow Centre for a few hours on the Saturday, but no, we were going back on the Sunday, and they took us into Glasgow city centre on a Sunday morning, and we just thought, well, what's the point? They were hardly out open. It's like, we just think, don't know, shops really open on a Sunday. I think bit of a wasted opportunity, because we were out there till about, it were either 1:30, 2 o'clock. So in the end, we just said, there's no open. So we just went, why don't we just go for the Witherspoons and the nearest that'll be open. We'll get a quick bite to eat, and it was miserably cold and wet. So at least we'll be dry. And that's where we just stayed in there. And I just had a couple of Scottish ales in there, and then we went home. Bit of a wasted opportunity. But Yeah, exactly. More of this Shakira law stuff. At my age, my hips will not handle. Yes. Yeah, exactly. They're just, it's, for me, it's a case of there's just too much internet slop. Do you know what I mean? People just say the first thing. Yeah, there's probably that in. I've seen loads of them saying that when making my not far right videos. Yeah. To be honest, I've had my fair share of those reform supports. Some of the stuff they say, you just think, are you on drugs or something? Especially the last one I did. Well, you recognise some of them. Their faces, their ex-National Front. Wow, that tells you everything you need to know in it. You know, wow. Is it Jerry Anderson? Wow. Yeah. To be honest, when we walked around it, it looked like one of them cities. Looked like one of them cities where, no, I tell a lie. I've just realised we did spend a good bit of time in Glasgow. Now I remember rightly, but that was a good 10, 11, 12 years ago. When me and my friend and his girlfriend at the time and my wife, it were start season, we went to play at St Mirren in a friendly, and got there, watched the game. You know, had a good time, and then we caught the train from Paisley into Glasgow, and we had a cracking afternoon there. Oh, it is absolutely banging, is Glasgow. I have to say, I just remembered, yeah. And at that time, maybe my mate said, you know what, we'll have to definitely come up here again, you know, for a weekend. Never materialised, but yeah, I do remember now we did spend a fantastic time in Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? We had a fantastic time. It was quite hilarious because, like, we got back from Edinburgh and it came 3 hours back to eat. And once we'd done that, I got a message on WhatsApp from Aki's and Random Scottish History. If you're not subscribed to Jenny's channel, please do. She's an absolute diamond lass, and she does some brilliant trips away. Well, anyway, it says, where are you? So, well, we're just having us back to it. So, well, we're in the foyer waiting for you. Also, they took us to Chesserholt Country Park. And do you know what? Really enjoyed. My wife, she said when we got back, she said, do you know what? When I got in the car, I'm thinking, how much do you trust these people? She says, I do not know him for Adam. And I says, and when we go back, and I just basically said, look, we'll be fine. I said, Aki's and Jenny, absolute brilliant of these two. And we had such a fun time and thoroughly enjoyed it. And when we got back to hotel, the guy who were running the bus that were taking us all over said, where did you go? And he said, oh, we just went to Chatterhart Country Park. And all right, this is how do you know this? So I thought, I'm not going to get into anything political or anything like that. I'll just know him from Discord, you know. It's just a bit of a communications hub where we'll just meet up and then you'll come out, because I thought, because there were a couple from Bradford who were the bit on the reformy side, and I'm thinking, I'm going to listen to their bollocks, because just when they were going down the nutty because you could tell they were reform type nut jobs. I could feel my wife's squeezing my hand as if to say, "Don't you fucking say anything." And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do it. Not this weekend. This is mine and my wife's time to have a bit of fun." But yeah, I really enjoyed it there. It was lovely. Yes, Shakira Law, big bouncy booties. Yes. So, Graham, she sounded like an absolute belter of a woman. And all I will say is, my friend, she'll be incredibly proud of you. And we have a member of the cabinet, the one, the only, the Chancellor. The Chancellor, have you managed to sort out your licence? That licence, that Daily Mail have been punting ever so like, constantly. But we all must give her a round of applause, because our Rachel from accounting has once learned how to count past 10. Well done. But yes. But anyway. But yeah, that was interesting what you said. That was interesting what you said there, Alistair, when you spoke about recognise a few of them NF activists. Tells you everything you need to know then, doesn't it? I can imagine Audrey Dempsey, her and 30p Lee will get on like an house on fire. You never know. Might be reform romancing at the next convention. Ooh, that's an horrible thought, isn't it? But anyway, here's a special thank you to my dear friend, the one and the only Reagan Elite, for highlighting this. And also, well, I did hear about it a bit earlier on, but he basically sent me the link, because this is just utterly priceless. Chances are, if you've basically seen Reagan's live stream at the time, you'll know what this is. Now, this guy here is Conservative County Councillor for Staffordshire, Philip White. Yes, and they were basically doing I've forgotten what it's sort of like a scrutiny type committee, and the guy who's going to be scrutinising is a guy called Councillor Chris Large. Now he's part of the Reform County Council that are running. So, they're running a pledge of, probably the same as everyone else. Yes, we will cut your taxes and keep all the same services that you need. But what we will do, we will hit the ground running. Now, if you watch this, you know what's coming. So, did our county councillor Chris Large of Reform UK, Staffordshire County Council, hit the ground running and show what wonderful work they're doing, or did he just hit the ground running and break his nose?
Delivery highlights. So, adult social care services rated good by the CQC. Could you just confirm that the CQC inspection took place in February and March, so before the Reform administration took over the running of the council?
That's a good question. We'll come back to you on that one.
Well, it's factually correct. So that happened in February and March. So.
Oops, I think I just heard a toilet flush in the background. Oops, oh dear.
That is a success of the council, which we all celebrate, but it's not something that Reform had anything to do with. New flag protocol, yep, that's absolutely reforms. Launched Screen Staffordshire. So Screen Staffordshire launched in April 2024. So in what way is that a 100 days delivery highlight for your administration?
It's a
Oh, this is brilliant. This is a peach. The excuse here is hilarious.
highlight that's been put forward through this 100 days, so the achievement of it. That's all we're showing it there.
Okay, so it was launched a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So in what way is it?
And it's been delivered now, so that's what we've finished with.
So it's not, it's not a delivery success for reform. It's not a new initiative that reform have brought forwards.
We've completed it within that 100-day period.
Okay, it was launched a year ago.
But it's been finished in the 100-day period.
Look at his face. That face tells 1,000 words, doesn't it? I just stopped there on purpose because his face is an absolute picture, isn't it? This is just hilarious. You know, you can definitely tell what they're trying to do is basically just try and reap the rewards of what previous councils have done. To paint and say, look at us, we've hit the ground running and we're doing absolutely fantastic. But that face, that absolute face of, what's the word I'm after? That face of disdain tells 1,000 stories or 1,000 words. Absolutely hilarious.
It's a 3-year, pilot.
Yes.
Launched a year ago.
And we've furthered that on in the 100 days.
So it's not been completed and it's not been launched during the 100 days?
It's been launched, not within the 100 days, that's correct.
Okay. Achieved county gigabit coverage milestone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the gigabit broadband programme, I lose track of this now. I think that began at least 5 years ago. I'd look to any officers who know the exact date. But it's at least 5 years ago. So that was achieved in June. So 5 years plus a few weeks of the new administration. So that's in the 100 days because...
Okay.
The silence is deafening, isn't it?
Yes, the 6 months earlier that the previous target, this represents gigabyte connectivity to more than 370,000 premises.
Yep.
So that's the milestone that we've achieved in that area.
That's fine, thank you.
Absolutely hilarious. So their only notable success is flag shagging. You really just could not make this shit up, could you? Yes. Oh, don't you worry. That'll be coming. This will be my this will be my latest project. I was going to have it done for today, but I just didn't have the time. But oh, don't you worry. Yes, delivered. Yeah, they've clearly hit the ground running, haven't they? They've actually stopped 8 wars. Yes. Oh dear, got me wondering. Can just Andrew handle a curry if he sweats Jimmy Nail can sing to him? He's lying. Yes. But, oh dear. See, you could see the look on his face. Yeah, some sort of election is called and these interviewed by a real journalist. Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If reform is mentioned, then you chug. Wow. Yes. Give him a bowl of hat He'll do his best. Stan Laurel, that's another fine mess you got me into. Yes. But, so that's basically what they were basically doing. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. New flag direct. Is that? Yes. That's all they've achieved. So I think we can safely say that they've hit the ground and just hit the ground, haven't they? Absolutely. Oh, don't worry about it. You do what you need to do, my dear friend Graham. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure whatever you're creating will be absolutely top class. And if it's, don't forget, 9 o'clock. Tune into Power of the People, Graham Price channel. He's got some absolutely fantastic bit of quality material for you to watch. So don't worry about it, my dear friend. But yeah. But so that's what and I have to say I've watched a few of these council meetings. The Warwickshire ones are just absolutely priceless. The Warwickshire ones, the Kent ones are going to be very interesting, to say the least. I've got a bit of a video on the make about a couple of certain reform councillors who have been very naughty boys. And let's just say if one of them had been a Labour councillor, an SNP councillor, or even a Plaid Cymru councillor, or even one of the independent who's an independent councillor, you can bet your bottom dollar the press would be all over it like a cheap suit. But of course they're not. But never mind. But let's... Oh, I've got a little bit of a gem for you. Now, you all remember when a certain the certain guy for Clacton, he decided to waste 10 minutes of his motion to see we can about leaving the EU, the ECHR, the European Convention on Human Rights. Yeah, down with human rights for humans. Well, as I was motioning past, looking on Twitter, I noticed this guy. Yes, this is the Right Honourable John Glenn, MP, who, people might say he's a bit of a, they would basically say possibly a One Nation Tory, mate, possibly. And see if I can narrow that down. I can't really, but as you can see, he's basically says, today I voted yes to a 10-minute rule motion which would bring forward a bill to withdraw the United Kingdom from the European Convention on Human Rights. Contrary to some of the rhetoric that surrounds this debate, this is not a vote for fewer rights or weaker protections under the law. It is a vote to put power back into the hands of the British people and their parliament. Yes, so all I will say is, so yes, you know what that is. So all I will say is, all you patriots, stand up, salute the national anthem as we are trying to bring back our sovereignty. Take it away, the band. Yes. Yes, they may take away our freedoms, our human rights, but they cannot take away our sovereignty. See, the thing is, what I found hilarious about this complete munter, if you're having to waste 4 paragraphs to defend the indefensible, then let's just say that maybe you need to have a fucking word with yourself. Yes, because, like, he's basically going on about the government is elected on its manifesto, but if a government cannot deliver on their promises because of the ECHR, then we have reached an impasse. Major infrastructure project spends decades tied up in red tape. Public services and social housing cannot be for British citizens first. Veterans face endless prosecutions over historic allegations. And then it's got into all that pooey nonsense. Well, you know me, I cannot help myself, so I basically put, don't you realise how ridiculous you look with this sad, pathetic, long-winded defence? Anyone who uses 4 paragraphs to defend the indefensible conclusively proves that they are certainly not right and clearly not honourable. You should replace their words in your handle with this. Those with a nervous disposition, look away now. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Yes, that's what I think of you, Sir Right Honourable John Glenn. What a wanker. Yes, that's what I think of you, John Glenn. And surely he must have got quite a few people to defend him. Let's see what Rich... Oh, no. So, will you be crossing reform? Jay went route 1. No, thanks. Go fuck yourself. And which rights under the ECHR do you no longer require the protection of yourself or those who care about? Please be specific. Is it the right to life? Is it freedom from torture? Freedom from slavery? The right to liberty? The right to a fair trial? The right not to be punished for something that wasn't against the law at the time? The right to respect for family and private life, freedom of thought, conscience and religion, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, the right to marry and start a family. Is that what he's against? The right not to be discriminated against and in respect of these rights, the right to protection of property, the right to education, the right to participate in free elections, and the abolition of the death penalty. Maybe that's why Priti Patel would like to get rid of it. But yes, this is a belter. Like Michael College, yes. Since 1980, the ECHR has heard just 29 UK immigration deportation cases, and the UK won 16 of them. Quitting will make no material difference to immigration, just weaker protections for absolutely everyone in this country. But Farage and the Tories know that, and that's basically what it is. But just like we still remember that one video, you know, which rights are you happy to lose by leaving the ECHR? Now, we've seen this video, but you get the picture. But yeah, if you're going to have to spend 4 paragraphs to defend the idea that you voted to take away other people's human rights, maybe you need to have a fucking word with yourself. As I say, I've reposted it. If this vile human being is your MP, move, because he thinks you do not deserve the right to life or any human rights. His mother must have been a right weightlifter to raise a fucking complete dumbbell like this. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist, because just think, you idiot. And it also conclusively proved to me one thing. You vote Reform, you get Conservatives, and if you vote Conservatives, you're just going to get Reform. There's no difference between the two. They're just the same. I'm sure it'll be fantastic, my friend. I'll definitely be watching it once it comes out, so don't you worry about that. Yeah, thank you, my friend. I do my best, but yeah. Hello, Sunday Cuddle. How are you, my friend? It's very scary tonight with it being Halloween. Might I suggest that instead we give cuddles? Cuddles are not just for Sundays and people with man buns. Yes. But I was just... Yeah. Yeah, whatever else. Well, patriots are called nationalists, and nationalists are called patriots. I'm a patriot. I take pride in my country, just as I will constructively criticise it to be better. Absolutely. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I just couldn't resist, you know. I just couldn't resist, you know. Just, let's be honest, it's just absolute patriotic balderdash. Because, like, as Player Cymru is right, being patriotic is wanting what's best for your country, not to make it worse. Yes. But, yeah, it's just... So he will be live... Oops. So he will be live at half 7. Right, no problems. No problems. I'm glad you've stayed by. I'll say I won't be too far long. Thanks for letting me know, because, like, if you want, I'd have just continued. I've still got some material, but what I'll do is I'll save some of it for. So I will stay for at least another 10 minutes, and then we will call it quits. We'll call it quits. Now, this is a belter. Now this should make you feel better, Rachel from accounting, because seeing as though you've been getting it in the neck from the Daily Mail because you, according to them, I think the best analogy is, according to them, you should have when you bought your dog, you should have barked as well. In other words, you know, because like when you tell a company to sort everything out and make sure, and they've actually admitted, yeah, that's our fault. You know, the Daily Mail will still keep digging. How about this for an absolute belter? You know, because like. One thing we could say about our gaff girl, our kamikaze bad enough. Yes, yeah, kamikaze bad enough. She has a fantastic habit of basically opening her mouth and putting her foot in it, and this is just priceless. Well done, Sam Course. That's the important question. And watch her go. She's hilarious.
They are very happy to jump on everybody else. It shouldn't be one rule for them and another rule for the rest of us.
Have you ever broken the law?
I don't believe that I have, but if I have, but if I had done so, when
I think you might have to redress that. Has she broken the law? Something tells me she's been economical with the truth here. And look at that facial expression. She looks as though she's trying to hold in a fart, doesn't she?
when I was in government, then I would have been sacked or I would have been forced to resign. I'm sure that there are many people out there who commit infractions every day, but we expect the highest standards of our government. And right now, we have a budget at the end of the month. We need the government to be most focused on sorting out the economy. Loads of people out there are losing their jobs. Unemployment has risen every single month since they came into office.
I mean, she's trying to talk as much as she can because I think she's just clocked. Oh dear, I know what's coming.
You're changing the
and
subject.
yes, no, I'm not changing the subject.
Yes,
they are
you
distracted. They have scandal after scandal. Today it's Rachel Reeves. Yesterday it was Peter Mandelson. The day before it's Angela Rayner. They are completely at sea. They need to get a grip. I'm not changing the subject. It's all related.
Yeah, you
I
are.
noticed you inserted the words in government. I just want to try again. In 2008, you guessed the password of Harriet Harman. That appeared to be a potential violation of the Computer Misuse Act. Wasn't that you breaking the law?
Well, 20 years ago, yes, it was a summary offence like speeding. But nobody knew about it. I was the one who actually told people that that was something that I did.
So that's where Rachel Reeves went wrong. So she should have just admitted it before everybody else knew. Yeah. It's like everybody knows the ins and outs of leasing your home and all that sort of stuff. But look at her, she's floundering now.
I came out and said, by the way, I did it on video, this was something I did in my 20s. We're not talking about something that Rachel Reeves did in her 20s. We're talking about something she's doing as Chancellor after she became Chancellor. It is not the same thing at all.
Hang on, so there are exceptions to lawmakers can't be lawbreakers?
No. I wasn't a lawmaker at the time, so please don't try and draw a false equivalence. We're not having a historical review of everything that people have done, especially when guessing someone's password was something which I said at the time, a summary offence like speeding. That's what the law was at the time. This is whataboutery. We have a government of people who
Yes. From what I heard, that crime could have landed her with a 5-year jail term.
Repeatedly breaking the law. Angela Rayner. We've had Louise Haig with her mobile phone thing. It is time for us to start focusing on people's lives. The decisions they make are affecting a lot of people in our country. They're losing their jobs. Businesses are closing. People are leaving the UK. We want to bring growth back. We want to talk about the economy. We need the Chancellor to get a grip. But if she can't get a grip of her own paperwork, how's she going to get a grip on the economy?
That is fucking priceless. It's like, yes. She said, no, I never broke the law while I was in government. All right, then, as if that makes a difference. Do not compare Kevin. Kevin does not make gaffes. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. You're not wrong, Alice. Yeah. Kemi does Judas Priest. Can see the leather studded collars. Breaking the law. Angry expressions and angry rock thingy going on soon. Oh, yes. You're not wrong, when angry pagan. Exactly. Wow. But, oh, yeah, that was just priceless. But, right. What I'll do is here, because I'm going to show a couple of these. I don't normally do this, but because for the simple reason, I don't watch Question Time, and I didn't watch it this time. I think it's only because of a certain cretin called Matt Goodwin, and I thought I can't do it. But this program was in my home city, and all I will say is, my city did us proud. It's like, this guy, absolutely brilliant. He was absolute. Because all I'll say is these few people, they absolutely, what's the word they use up in Scotland, Alice? Scalped him. Is that the word they use? This guy is absolutely brilliant.
So, man in the grey sweatshirt there, yes.
Matt, you talked about narrative and mentioned the families of victims of some horrific crimes, but a few weeks ago in our country, a Sikh woman was raped on her way to work by 2 white men who told her to go back to her country. What would you say to the victim of that family and the motivation behind that attack? Do British people... Do white British people not also commit these violent crimes?
Absolutely.
And is your narrative not that these crimes are only committed by asylum seekers and refugees?
Okay.
Oh, wait for this excuse. This is a belter.
Very brief.
I'm interested in evidence. The freedom of information requests that have been submitted, because the government won't give you this data.
Okay, you're not actually answering his question. You're saying,
Fiona,
what would you say
they
to the
accuse
family
you
of
of
that woman?
misinformation, but they won't give you the information about what's going on in the country.
Okay.
The freedom of information
No,
requests show...
Matt, you're not answering his question.
I am. If you let
No,
me
you're
speak,
not.
Fiona, the freedom of information requests show...
Who was raped by 2 men
Exactly
who told her to go back to
exactly
her
the
own
same
country.
thing that I would say to the families of the grooming gang victims. It's horrific and they deserve justice.
So why didn't you bring it up when you brought up all the victims of crimes by asylum seekers?
Well, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, why didn't you bring up this situation when he spoke about asylum seekers? Spot on that, man. If I ever see that guy in Bradford Town Centre, I will buy him a beer or a cappuccino, whatever he prefers. And this is brilliant. That's what I love about my city. They did us proud. Absolutely top class.
With the glasses and the dark sweater, yeah.
Just to Matt, I think it's quite poor that today you've used immigrants as a scapegoat for every single issue that we've discussed. I don't think it's a very good look for reform, especially considering the racist stereotypes around them. That you're pushing immigrants to the forefront of every single issue that is very real to all of us.
I used to work a lot in polling. You look at the polls at the moment.
Yeah, these polls that he dishes out, the shit.
The number one issue for the British people in this country, it might not always be reflected in the debates that we have. The number one issue in this country is immigration. People out there are really concerned about what's happening.
No, you've made them concerned, Matt. You've made them. It wasn't even in the top 3 a while ago, but people like this clown and KGBBs have pushed it and pushed it and pushed it until it's nothing else to talk about.
To their country. And so many people said to me, coming into this, they said, Matt, can you just please put this issue onto the agenda? Because Westminster, I've noticed...
No, racists said that to him. Believe me, I've seen some of the racists that have been posting his shite. And they've all got the Bulldog avatar, the British flag, and the Tommy 10 names post as well.
Here, desperate not to talk about it. Don't want to talk about what's happening to our country, what's happening to good, law-abiding, hard-working people. We need to end mass uncontrolled immigration, control the borders, and put British people where they belong, which is first.
Woman here.
This woman, she is brilliant. She is absolutely top class.
So much for polls. The poll that counts is the election. The polls that counts are the by-elections that have just taken place, and 6 more today. The number of by-elections that Reform won out of the last 13 was 1. And they were soundly beaten by Plaid in Caerphilly, who
Yes.
basically won because people lent their votes to anybody but reform.
Well, about 35% of people are currently voting, planning to vote for reform.
Don't speak over yours.
As I can just say, there's no marks for second place.
Boom. Well done. Oh, they made me so proud because I'm thinking, I didn't want to watch it because I'm thinking that there's going to be somebody in there that I know is going to make an absolute melon of himself. And so I didn't really bother, but they were just absolutely brilliant. Made my night when I saw them. Yeah, I totally agree, my friend, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. He's a Nando's. Wobbling ahead. Yes, scalped. That's so, yes. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I bet Paul, when it comes to election time, they're always getting asked other people's opinions. Yeah. Halloween 3 is starting on TV now. Ooh. How many Halloweens were there? I bet there must have been. Absolutely. Loads. Absolute loads. But anyway, we're getting near to the end. We're getting near to the end. I just wanted to show these hilarious bits of... because, like... Remember when our what you call him? When our Mr. Farage was getting heckled in the he was getting heckled in the House of Commons with his 10-minute motion. Well, all I will say is that all the reform nut jobs, they were going for it big style. Don't worry, Ed Davey, because like Ed Davey, he absolutely scalped him, didn't he, when it comes to all this sort of stuff. But the right-wing nut jobs, oh my God, they proper went all walky and snowflakey. You could say it was hilarious. And it's like this one. I mean, notice, as you could see, very, very, very English name like John Smith. There, don't worry, Ed Davey, we are a patient lot. In 3 years' time, we will vote him in with such a landslide that you anti-British, UK-wrecking, misogynistic, women-hating crowd will be able to do nothing but cry in your beer. And another one, how this woman, does that name sound incredibly familiar? Yes, it's our very own Carol Malone. Yes. I wonder if you have any idea how ridiculous you sound. Yes, little does she realise how ridiculous she sounds to us. But the thing is, when it comes to our Carol Malone, do you know who she reminds me of? Da 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 da. Yes, Zelda from the Terrorhawks. This was rare footage of her because when she was caught dreaming of the days when we used to shove 3-year-olds up chimneys. Look at her, she chuckling with delight. There's our Carol Malone. Yes, and like yes. So another one, Carol Malone absolutely destroys Phil Jones when he spouts lies about Nigel Farage on the Jeremy Vine show. Well said, Carol. Well, I just couldn't resist. So there, Carol Malone before she became a right-wing munter. Don't she look lovely? Yes. Yes. Before she became a right-wing munter, she was Zelda from the Terrorhawks. Didn't need any makeup. But yeah, all I was saying is the outrage was disgusting behaviour. Nigel Farage has just delivered his legislation to leave the ECHR and has received the most disgusting behaviour from some of the MPs behind him, constantly talking behind him and interrupting him. Why do MSM not condemn this kind of behaviour? It makes a laughing stock of the House of Commons. No, there's only one person who makes it turns it into a laughing stock, and that's the one with the glasses there. Yes, liberal women have defiled politics. Yes, just look at these people. These couple of idiots from the Lib Dems, absolute contempt for British people's rights, like silly little children. Disgraceful individuals. Ed Davey and his pathetic party are a joke, shameful and anti-British people. Yes, that was from our Lord Blackadder. Well, me being a Blackadder fan, I was stunned and shocked because I didn't know that Lord Blackadder had gone all wokey-cokey and turned into a right snowflake. Yeah, I just couldn't resist. Yes, but it just went on and on. Like, I detest these people. Look at them. You know, they was going full melt. Yes, this is appalling behaviour from Labour and the Lib Dem MPs. Nigel Farage was repeatedly heckled as he laid out a proposed ECHR withdrawal bill. One MP yelped out, Putin's pet. Oh, they were proper going for it, Bix. Even Colin Brazier, in 4 years, the Green benches will be heaving with Reform MPs. I hope they can be magnanimous enough to forget the way their party's handful of MPs were patronised, marginalised and demonised by Parliament's 2024 intake. Behaviour unworthy of a students' union. And yes, so they were proper going for it big style. They were all buttered. They were going absolutely full on tonto. Let's just say this is what they were doing. Get your dancing clogs on.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Yes, they were all coping and seething and absolutely losing their shit. Yes. Yeah, you're not wrong. But, Bindi. But, oh, yes. Yeah. But that was brilliant. You're not wrong there. Coping in big gallon drums. Yes, absolutely. But anyway, I've just brought you in on time for you to switch on over to Ed Thompson's live stream. And all I will say is, I hope we've entertained you for a good couple of hours. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Don't start coping and seething. And all I will say is, let's all get very patriotic now. Take care, my good friends. Have a lovely weekend, and if you can't be good at it. See you later, my good friends.